Hey everyone, we're back with Arc 4, checking back in with Puddles and Sierra, and maybe a newcomer. Quick recap of Arc 1 in case you haven't seen it. Mercenaries Puddles, the Owlman Hunter, and Sierra, a former construction worker and shapeshifter, were hired by Grandma Sviocic to kill Jeremy Gray, a powerful enforcer who the top brass hire to wipe out entire blocks. After tracking down one of his bases with the help of the bartender Wade, Puddles and Sierra found a green-suited young man known as Cryptic. After interrogating and befriending, him, they learned how to contact Gray and set a trap for him. After assembling a small team, including Hieronymus, an up-and-coming leader of a train gang, Puddles and Sierra ambushed Gray and chased him all the way from the 5th level to the 1st, before finally killing him. On the 1st level, they meet Jeremiah Gray, who explained that Jeremy was a younger-looking clockwork version of himself that he had created in order to protect himself, and now that he had been destroyed, all hell would break loose. He left an open invitation for the duo to join him, to which they declined, opting instead to stay in the favor of Grandma Sviocic. With Hieronymus, or Hero, now heading up the new top gang in the city, Puddles and Sierra have been requested to meet him about a job.
Welcome to Arc 4. We are back with Puddles and Sierra.
Hi-ho.
It's been roughly 2 weeks since the end of Arc 1. And unless, do you have anything you guys wanted to do, like in character?
I wanted to buy some stuff.
You can just say you did,
but actual tools and utility stuff. But what it is really depends on where we're going.
Like what would
So you tell us, what have we been doing?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been very, almost unusually quiet for the longest you've ever seen it. There is not a ton going on. But in the last few days, things have started to pick up very rapidly.
In the underworld?
Yeah, no, in the entire city, there was a vacuum left by the absence of the Grey Gang, and now it is being rapidly filled by Hieronymus and his train goers.
Better than Sviocic.
If we did go shopping, what would we buy, even?
Puddles has need for a mask because we are both extremely wanted by everyone in the underworld and the law.
Yeah, the mask is gonna help hide the fact that you're a 4-foot bird person, sure.
Look, here's the thing.
We're both pretty identifiable.
Yeah, I suppose. If nothing else, it'll make him look cool. He needs a season 2 outfit.
Oh yeah. And I changed how Sierra used to be blonde and white.
And she is not anymore.
I mean, I never really...
you never really specified. This
I
is
didn't
just the closest art we found.
I didn't. But that's a good... It's like,
and honestly, she can be whatever color she wants.
It really doesn't matter because everything's a creature.
It really doesn't matter. So, unless you have anything important, unless you have any ideas for what you'd want to do...
How much money would it cost to convert this gas mask into like an actual?
Oh, not you got paid a lot of money at the end of Arc 1. So yeah, no, you just have that.
Do we just have like infinite money now?
Cool.
Close to it.
And I will say, see, on Sierra's behalf, just in case we run into them again, that she incorporated the gas mask into her suit.
Yeah, she already had a filter inside her helmet.
That way we don't have to deal with that mustard gas fuckery with the Ratmen ever again.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if that's it, I actually have a thing.
Alright.
Okay.
So, it's been a while, you haven't done any real important jobs, just sort of waiting for things to happen. You get a call from Hieronymus, seemingly out of the blue, and he invites you to a meeting at the High Dive.
I see.
So, there you are, at the front door. And you know what the fuck about to be up. Daddy Tree is standing at the door.
Oh my god!
It's
Papa.
what a callback.
He's wearing an eye patch. He's now Punished Tree.
Oh no. Oh shit.
It's just a little bit more kinky now. That's the only problem.
Punished Tree. He's actually wearing a bit of a nicer suit than when you last saw him.
How is that even possible, dude?
I mean, he was wearing just a really simple tux.
He's already flawless.
But you see now he's wearing the striped bowler hat that marks him as a part of Hieronymus' gang.
Oh shit! All right.
What? They had a name. I actually never came up with a name for his boys, the Hieronymus boys.
Yeah, I think they were just sort of like...
I could just say they're the heroes, but oh yeah, leave that shit.
You know what? I like that.
Daddy Tree is there. He's now marked as part of the heroes. It looks a bit more dashing than he normally does.
Oh.
Dashing Tree.
Yeah, shut up.
Does anyone remember what his name is? I do.
What,
Daddy Tree.
Daddy Tree's name? Does anyone remember what his name is?
Did he ever
Tree?
tell us his name?
What is,
He did.
What did I say?
Ted.
Ted Tree.
Ted Tree.
Oh yeah, yeah, Theodore. Theodore Tree. Ted.
Teddy Tree.
Anyway. Yeah, he squints at you, takes a second, and then he goes, "Oh,
Hey,
you."
Big Papa. Hey, you got a nicer suit now, eh?
Yep.
Damn, you got such a way with words.
Yep.
Fucking biting lip and everything.
He just sort of steps aside.
Puddles gives him a nod of respect. He's been trying to be cool and brooding and not actually, like, talk unless he needs to.
Daddy Tree squats down and pets Puddles' head a couple times.
Puddles doesn't know how to respond and just lets it happen.
Hee bird.
What the fuck happened to fucking Daddy Tree? Where's his swamp?
Shut up. I like birds.
What the fuck?
Makes sense, he's a tree.
He is a tree, yeah, that's true.
Puddles will enter.
Okay.
The tree? Yeah, now you walk inside.
Yeah,
The high dive itself has actually been somewhat renovated by its new high-paying customers. The heroes have infested this place. They do feed a lot of money into it, though. The more well-to-do members of the gang. Hero himself is actually seen at a gambling table in the far-off corner. Wade's at the bar as he usually is. Less battered today.
That's good.
There's a large amount of patronage now. He's doing business.
It seemed pretty active already, like, to begin with now.
It's a pretty popular spot now.
Puddles smiles to himself, glad that his like one of like 3 friends is doing well in life.
Yeah, that's fair. As you walk in, you actually get a few stares as you're recognized. Wade looks up at you, looks for a second, and then goes back to his work, just whatever he was doing.
Puddles nods at him when he looks at me, but other than that, doesn't really engage. He's busy, clearly.
He just returns a nod. Without looking up at you, he just sort of raises a hand and jerks a thumb towards the corner where Hero is. Goes back to what he's doing.
Alright, well, I mean, Sierra just ducks under the doorway and starts
squeezes
heading
on
over
in.
there, because what else are we supposed to do?
Are you wearing your suit?
Yeah.
Go down.
When would I take it off?
That's fair. Yeah, no, you head over.
When you enter a building, I don't know. I kind of imagine it to be
Just
the
carrying it
equivalent
around.
of a coat, where like if you were to hang up a coat, you would just take off the suit.
It's a little bit too heavy.
Yeah. But,
So I guess Iron Man just walks in.
yeah, no, this is very noticeable. Hero
I mean,
looks up and
we're a tiny little mutant bird in robot lady.
kind of hard to miss. Hero looks up and he waves at you, and the crowd around him sort of disperses. He goes, "Hey guys, glad you made it. It's been a moment, hasn't it? Good to see you."
Yes, you too.
Oh, yeah.
How are things? He pops up to a chair.
Slides you to a couple glasses and sits down at the table they were playing cards at.
Puddles like moves an intricate like wooden mechanism on his mask, and the beak of the mask opens, and he pulls out a straw, inserts it into the mask, and then starts sipping.
Hero is just staring at all of this.
Sierra can't sit down, obviously, so she's just kind of standing at the edge of the table,
Just
looking
squatting.
down at everyone,
Yeah.
just looming. She puts down the glass of her mask and puts up a drink.
Did you carve a mask to look like your face?
Kind of. Not like an owl face, not mine specifically, but...
He takes a set, he almost starts looking around the room, and then just shakes his head and goes back to Puddles. Yeah, okay. Yes, you're probably wondering why I called you here. That's fair. I don't want to say trouble.
It's fine, you can say it.
He looks around the room again, a little bit more nervously this time, and scoots his chair closer to the table. So, I am in some somewhat deep shit. I'm gonna be frank with you. Yeah, he looks over at Sierra and tries to gauge an expression.
We are both masked.
Yeah.
She put it down so that she could drink a drink, so she's just kind of like looming over him, like, well, go on then.
So, yeah, I've had a little bit of unexpected growth in my sort of business model that I wasn't really prepared for. I'm now running an entire floor. And I don't have the manpower for that. I mean, it's good. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth, but I have a shipping institution in place where I put goods on a train and they get brought elsewhere, and then money comes back on the train.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But my problem is the goods aren't getting to the location.
Oh.
Because of lack of manpower, or someone's intercepting it?
The trains go missing. And
Like
this...
The entire train.
He kind of laughs for a second and pushes up his hat, sort of stares at the table for a second. Yeah, you'd think it'd be weird, huh?
You think that'd be kind of hard to pick up, right?
So just to clarify, this isn't like... Is this going to a different city, or is this going to a different part in this city?
He ruffles around in his jacket for a second, pulls out a paper, he unfolds it, and it's a map. Points towards, on the outskirts of Apentalis, there's sort of like a ring of habitable area that you can live in, sort of on the ground level. This is a mining operation. And, yeah, but by the way, he holds up his finger quotes while he says that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There's a railway that goes out to here. I put goods on it, I get money back. I don't really question all the intricacies of it. I leave that to my attorneys.
I will say, just as a quick sidebar, the more you grow in power, the more you might want to pay attention to those smaller details, or else something might slip through the cracks.
He sighs and nods, but continues drawing a line on the map. Here is the railway we have it put in place. I've been using this for many years now. It's where I got my start, but points at a line right between the city and the destination on the railway. This is where the last 2 trains I sent out disappeared. They didn't reach their destination, and they didn't come back, and I can't afford to lose any more.
So just to clarify the level of abnormality of the situation, you have people on the other side.
Yes.
Who are in contact with you and have told you that the train just straight up did not show up.
Didn't show up.
Have you tried?
So the train is just straight up disappearing.
They leave and they never reach their destination. They sent out several search parties looking for them, and they find nothing. No wreckage, no remains. The people on the train vanished along with it.
I mean, have you tried interrogating the people on the other side?
Oh, I believe me, you. He sits back in his chair. I've done pretty much everything I can. I don't trust them, really, but they're not lying to me. I've gone over and I've looked. The trains aren't there. The goods aren't there. They're getting a little bit impatient as well,
Hmm.
as they haven't had a supply run in over a month now. Don't want to say desperate, but
Sure. Are you desperate enough to tell us what the cargo is?
not yet.
That's fair. I didn't think you would be. Though just as a heads up, if we do find the train, we might find out either way. But I will try. I will, as a professional courtesy, try not to. I get how the business works.
He raises a glass to you and knocks it back. And that's what I appreciate about you. It's hard to find good work. These days especially. No one really trusts me.
I'll be honest. These days, you are the work.
Kind of laughs at that one.
So you want us to locate train?
I want you to ride my transport out towards the destination. I trust either if it's being hijacked or something goes wrong, I trust that you'll be able to stop it.
What is the range of the steam shell communication?
It's less range and more time to destination. Because it's steam, it can travel as far as you want it to.
Wonderful.
But it'll take a sec the longer it is.
Okay, I think I actually have a plan. All right. Here's what I'm thinking. So, I don't know how I guess not magically inclined, but knowledgeable you are with magic. But the steam shells have a way of communicating, and Sierra's suit actually can communicate with them. If we were to send out a non-stop signal from the time we left the train station here, if and when Sierra's signal gets cut off, we could tell where exactly the train is being intercepted, just in case, in a worst case scenario, we do disappear due to some strange supernatural bullshit. So is there a steam shell you could call a favor in for?
He thinks for a second, and he looks around the room, and he looks at Wade, and you can tell now Wade's actually been watching you from the counter this entire time, and he gives him sort of like a shrug, and Wade rolls his eyes and starts walking over. I can get what you need. That's not a problem now. That's one of the benefits of being the only game in town, but I can't lose this transport. If I lose this train, things will start to go badly very fast.
Alright, I have a question for you. Can you not lose this train, or can you not lose this cargo? If we send out a decoy with nothing in it, that might be the best of both worlds.
Wade saunters on over and sets down a piece of paper. Hieronymus continues. It's less the cargo and more the transport. It's a finely tuned vehicle that can make it out through the waste and the gray by itself and not lose traction or lose steam. The train itself is oftentimes a lot more valuable than what's in it. So I've lost 2 already. I cannot afford to lose another.
And even in the event that the train does disappear, how are we supposed to get back?
That I trust you with. From what I've heard, you've done a lot crazier things in the past.
Sierra does bring up a big point, though. Like, even if we do find where the other trains are, we're just 2 people. We can't exactly bring them back physically. We can locate them.
Yeah, he nods. It's, yet again, less about what happened and more about preventing it in the future. If I need to, I can commission another train. It'll take a lot of money, but I can get another train. I just need to know that this will never happen again.
Sure.
He looks over the paper that Wade dropped and reads it quickly, and stuffs it back into his suit. I can get you whatever you need, and whenever you need it, I'll be good to give it to you. Are you busy soon?
Not currently, I don't believe. Sierra, do you have anything going on?
Just want to finish this drink.
That's good. I mean, whenever you're ready, gather who and what you'll need, and meet me by the train docks. We'll get started. I'd like to get this done as quickly and quietly as possible, if possible.
Alright, do you mind if you... I don't have anyone in particular. To be completely honest, I think all of my bridges have either been burned, or I am so close to them, I don't want to risk them. So, would you mind providing a little manpower?
Yeah, he looks down at his drink and drains it and goes, "Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, no, I got a couple boys that I trust. We'll be fine. Just gather whatever you'll need, and yeah, meet me by the train docks."
One question, though. If you're asking us to do this, what's in it for us? If we're gonna go and find your train and somehow get it back to you from some mysterious power.
He nods and snaps and points over at someone, and they walk over. They're holding a suitcase. Set it down on the table, and they open it.
There's a fuck ton of money.
Inside are 5 mint condition
Babies.
Fresh babies.
orange-sized pearls. I thought you might need a little compensation from your services. These bad boys are solid state.
I did not think you were gonna say state.
These bad boys are solid cocaine.
No, I thought you were gonna say solid snake.
These boys are solid snake. We cut them up and we made them into jewelry.
Just
No.
what I was looking for.
These are solid state, 100% natural. Ice sea pearls. I got a shipment from a warehouse I raided a while back. Turn these into pretty much anyone with an eye on the market, and this will fetch you upwards of 400,000 each.
Shit.
Put it up on my mantle.
He picks one up and rolls it over to you, Puddles, and closes the suitcase.
Puddles will take it in his little feathered hands. He has like... His outfit has stayed mostly the same other than the mask, but he does have kind of longer sleeves now, so you can't necessarily see the feathers, but he kind of reaches out and delicately holds it.
It's heavy. It is very dense.
It's a thick-ass pearl.
Yeah, no, it's like orange-sized solid pearl.
That's definitely a ball.
Big-ass ball. There's one in it for you for every piece of cargo I can collect safely. So,
logic would dictate that the cargo must be super valuable if each one is worth one of these.
yeah,
Damn.
he actually grabs the drink he gave to you, Puddles, and knocks it back as he stands up. Good doing business as always, and well, hope this one goes better than last time. Rolls his shoulder slightly. Still a little sore from that one, actually.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, at least you should have seen the other guy. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You can actually. I think
Oh,
we still
yeah.
have his head.
Yeah, big man.
Just sort of squints at you for a second and shakes his head and walks towards the door. A few people actually follow him and file out of the high dive. It's a little bit more empty now. What is your next move?
Well, first of all, we're gonna keep this pearl somewhere. Okay, so that was kind of like a, hey, here's the first one.
I mean,
Yeah, here's the first one.
Who's more secure, Birdman or Mechman?
I was just gonna leave it
You
somewhere.
can give it to Wade.
Oh yeah.
There's nowhere else.
There's
really
no
secure.
reason not to, I guess. I feel like that's just giving him more responsibility that he doesn't want. he's so busy, the poor man. But I guess whatever.
Now that everyone's filed out, he's doing some cleaning work.
Can
Wiping down the
Most
counter.
people.
Can my next order of business to go back and talk to Daddy Tree again?
He's still at the door. That's where he lives.
So I'm just gonna saunter on over to Daddy Tree, say hello.
Paul's just talking away in the background. That doesn't need to be a conversation unless you want it to be.
Yeah. That tree's just sort of standing there. He has like a very small plate
Oh, hey, big
and
man.
a cup of tea. Hey.
It cracks me up. You having a good time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know you always having a good time, big man.
Sometimes I'm sad.
Deep, very deep. So you wanna I mean, is this all you do all day? Just sit here?
Sometimes I write poetry.
Oh my god.
It's not very good.
Oh no, I bet it's real good, yeah.
I'm illiterate.
hey, nothing stops art. Nothing stops art, big man. How about I come back? Hey, I got a little bit of work to do, but how about I come back here and then I can take you out and maybe you can learn to read.
The societal boundaries of my station prevent me from creating art.
Alright, nice talking to you, big man. I mean, you always got something interesting to say. Yeah, I bet so. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, that conversation happened.
You got nothing to say at all?
The societal boundaries.
The society and all that.
Gotcha. Society. We
Society.
live in a society, Sierra.
That's
We
so
live in a
true, big man.
society.
We live in a society, Batman. Anyway, cut to Puddles.
Puddles hops up to the bar.
Yep, you hop up to the bar. Wade is cleaning a few mugs. Most of what he does is sweep up broken glass, keep the counter free of objects.
Wow, these must be just extremely fragile, or there just must be a bunch of assholes that come in here if there's enough broken glass to keep you consistently doing that, like, all the time.
They're cheap, and they keep getting bought. So, yeah.
Sounds like an endless hell.
He looks over and just dead stares at you for a couple seconds. It pays.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is everyone in this bar just depressed as fuck?
I mean, it's a bar.
Yeah.
Happy people don't come here. Well, I've got guy in the Wade voice, yeah.
It's mine.
Happy people don't come here.
So yeah, if you don't mind, we're heading out on a job and we got something valuable and I live in a literal nest and don't have a whole... I either keep my money on me or spend it immediately, but this is a huge ass pearl and I don't know what to do with it. Until I like rent a safe or something, could you hold on to it?
Yeah, he looks over at it and squints. He reaches under the counter and pulls out a pair of like very old, very nice like spectacles and puts them on and we look closer at the pearl. Yeah, that's a big ass rock.
Yep.
Takes them off and he grabs the pearl.
Wonder how big the clam had to be to make this.
Clam?
I assume that's how they're made.
Fuck's a clam.
Okay, so there was this big ass river.
He just immediately... No, okay, never mind. Forget I asked. I will keep this safe. He,
now I want clam meat. It's been so long.
Turns and, he actually punches a spot on the wall, and it turns. But it's like a rusted door, sort of... grabs it, sort of pries it open. There's a safe on the other side that he, punches a number into.
Spider crawls out.
Chucks in a couple spiders. There's a few. So,
Hello, it is me. I've just been hanging out here.
I am here anyway.
I'm hiding from a demon.
He spins the door back on. Okay, I'm hiding now again. Yeah, okay, yeah, keep your, big ass rock safe and,
Do we recruit our own manpower?
You
for
can.
this?
No, he said he's,
We can, but I had Hero take care
Hero's
of it.
bringing
It's-
people.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cumbersome
Yeah.
and and also they will blame us personally
Yes.
because whatever.
Word to the wise, he looks out the door, then he shrugs. Nah. You know what? No. It's fine. You don't need any more advice from me. It's not my place.
I mean, I don't care. Like, even if, regardless of your place, I consider you a friend. I wouldn't mind hearing your opinions on things.
He sees, there's a moment of, like, recognition there. And he nods and goes back to the counter. Whatever Hero's wrapped up in, I mean, I know you just got out of a lot of stuff, so I guess just be a little careful before you get back into it. It's a lot harder to get out.
I understand that, but personally, I don't think I want to. Like, I'm here in this city for this. I originally was just to, like, I needed food because we were fucking poor out in the woods, but now I feel like this life suits me. I don't mind being in the game.
Yeah, he shrugs and he rubs a spot on his finger for a sec, just sort of stares at that. Then he shrugs and nods at you. Yeah, no, that's I mean, that's a life for some people. Play the game, I guess. Hey, well, yes, I'll be here for you when you get back. If you get back.
And if I don't get back, you can have that pearl, so it's a win-win.
You know, if I hadn't heard that before, it'd be funny. He actually points up at a chandelier that's hanging from the roof. That was actually my last bit of insurance on somebody.
Oof.
Said he'd come back for it 3 years ago. Never did. Weird guy. Dressed way too nice for this part of town. Carried a cane. It was odd. Anyway.
Probably nothing to worry about.
Probably not important.
Won't come back.
I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Birdman.
Alright, you too, grumpy man. I don't know, I could have come up with something more clever, but you put me on the spot.
Yes, I did.
Anyway.
Not the worst I've heard.
It is true, it is objectively correct.
He raises a hand and goes back to sweeping up the floor.
Puddles waddles out.
So has Sierra just been harassing Daddy Tree this entire time?
Sierra's been harassing Daddy Tree.
Sierra, come the fuck on.
I'm making some serious progress over here.
No, you aren't.
You aren't.
Just at the same time.
I have deep-seated emotional issues that only certain people can resolve.
Oh. Okay, well, bye then. And Sierra goes over to Puddles.
Sierra, literally anyone else. This man is just traumatized beyond belief. You don't want to know the lore. I asked Wade the one time, like, what's Daddy Tree's deal? Holy fuck, there's so much. The rabbit trail, it goes so far.
And Sierra's still just looking over at him like, what?
Forget the abs.
Puddles,
Forget
what?
the abs.
What did you say, Puddles?
I get it. He's got a nice ass, but just move
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. All right, we ready to go?
Ready as we'll ever be.
So, I mean, yeah, if you want to just... What?
Cookies.
If you want to just head over to the train yard, you can do that.
Alright, we're gonna be departing from the city.
Yeah.
So
Leaving.
what would I want to do?
Yeah, what we need for a train,
What do we have?
we should probably get something to open doors. I feel like we have a lot of problems with doors.
That's honestly not a bad idea. Shotgun.
Like something that actually is meant for opening doors.
Shotgun.
So here's alright, let's see here. I'm trying to think of something that's been established in the world that could
We can get something from Svjocic.
Do you
No.
really want to?
Get what?
I'm just going to say this in character. You posit that thought and I say, no. maybe it's just me. You know, maybe I'm the crazy one. But I don't want to interact with that. I was about to say woman. I don't want to interact with that any more than I need to.
Well, we can't. Do you think we have problems with this? Like, most of the time,
I'm sure she'd love to see her little children again. I don't want to see her. It's me.
Doesn't matter. Got my already sees you.
You can do that on your own if you want to. I will pass.
I feel like the majority of our problems include doors and opening of said doors.
Alright, do we have like a...
You do have a mech suit. You could punch most of them.
No, because like most of the time they're like massive doors.
Alright, is there like... What's the Harbinger equivalent to like a laser cutter where you can just like put your hand up to a thing and bzzz?
Oh, I did have a fun idea. So you know thermite, right?
Kinda, yeah.
So fucking imagine. It's a plate. It's just a thermite dinner plate.
Where would we get some
that you slap on something, you pull the pin, and it melts a big ass fucking hole.
It feels like a one-time use kind of item though.
Oh yeah, but I mean, what else?
Alright, how much is it?
Oh, like one of them?
Or what would
these are actually like a decently common sort of underground tool. You can get them like really small or like hand-sized or like plate-sized.
Like get them big, like one big enough for Puddles to go through and Sierra to duck under.
Oh no, they're for melting handles for melting door locks.
So the idea would be you'd melt the handle and then the door would just swing open. So yeah, you
can get like a couple hand-sized ones for like $400.
Yeah, where would we get that?
How much would 3 be?
3? I'm gonna say like $375. I'm gonna round up and say 400. Then.
Thank you.
So yeah, so 3 of them. Now you can you have 3.
I'll give them to
open
Sierra.
Door.
Or you know what? I'll give 2 to Sierra and I'll give 1 to me just in case we get split up. So, what'd you say?
Thermite. Disc.
Disc.
They're called
How fun is that?
They're called master keys.
Ha! I like that. And I think what did Puddles want? Puddles wanted to do something.
Puddles wanted to do something with his gas mask.
No, you already did that.
I already did that. Puddles, well, I feel like that's actually a whole other endeavor that we don't have the time to do now. But Puddles has been over the past few weeks just sizing up Sierra's mech and being like,
I want me one of them.
He's thinking he's gonna enter the construction field and get a bird-sized mech.
You could. Maybe. There are Ratman mechanics.
Red mechs.
Mechanics. That's a thing now. I don't want to forget that. Mechanic. I fucking love that. Anyway, if you have nothing else to do, we'll zoom on over to the train port.
Wait, you know what we're gonna do? Just so we have a scene in between. Puddles is gonna check up on Cryptic because I don't know if he's alive or not, and I'd like to confirm that.
So how do you find him?
Tracking. I use my bullshit ability that lets me instant success.
Okay,
Hey, come on, man! It's his instant success.
Okay.
I mean.
Give me a way you find him.
Let's see.
Give me a trail.
There is an impossibly small whistle that is emanating a impossible to hear sound from his eye.
That's fucking bullshit and I love it.
And Sierra can track it. So we just know where he is all the time.
Yeah. You track Cryptic to the 3rd level among some of the nicer sort of houses. Like sort of well-to-do in the civilian district still, though.
I should also mention, if Sierra is coming along, leave the mech behind. I don't want to make this subtle. I don't want to march up to his house being like, hey, this is where you live now. Everyone who could see us can see you now.
With Porter, I suppose. Again. Not Wait, is that the name of the bar guy?
Wade. What?
It's Wade. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
got those guys mixed up for some reason. I think it's the voice.
Puddles sounds like this.
Yeah, they both have like sultry voices.
What the fuck are you talking? What?
Like 50s man voices, you know what I'm saying? They sound different, but the vibe's the same.
I mean, that's intentional, but anyway. Yeah, no, you're walking down the street. It's around dusk at this point. The days are mostly night around here, but it's a little dark, sort of moody-ish. As you're walking along the street, you just see a shoe hit the ground.
Oh.
Like a soft-soled shoe just sort of bonk
I mean,
on the
look up.
sidewalk.
Puddles goes.
Look up.
He does the alien thing, and he looks up. Yeah, you just see someone hanging upside down from a window, from a rope, just sort of staring down at you.
Who is it?
It is. Yeah, it's cryptic. He's just holding like a bag, just sort of slowly swaying back and forth.
I see.
I mean, hey, work going well for you?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Nah, I'm doing pretty good.
You want to be down from the rope, maybe?
What the fuck are you doing here?
Just checking up on you.
How long have you been
Yeah,
up there?
no, I'm doing pretty good.
You need any help there? Or?
No, I'm actually in the middle of something, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, you're alive and you seem to be well, so I guess we'll just fuck off.
Could you please? This is a lot less This is a lot less comfortable than it looks.
Yeah, no, I can tell.
It doesn't look too comfortable to begin with.
Who are you?
Sierra.
Who?
You
Oh,
see-
mech girl. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't have.
Oh, I just lost a couple feet.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. How the fuck did you find me?
We are friends with someone who is very multiple powerful people actually. We don't worry about it.
That is absolutely disconcerting. Thank you. Please go
Yes.
away.
Yes. All right.
Bye-bye.
He
Have a nice day, I
he
guess.
just sort of slowly lowers to
I
the ground.
guess we'll fuck off.
Yeah, he's holding a bag full of clinking objects.
This man just robbing urban houses.
Yeah, no, just sort of doing that. Just you stuff his shoe back on. Then you take his shoe off and look inside it.
What shoe? What kind of shoe does he wear?
It's like a jazz shoe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with like a little heel, I bet.
that connects.
No, it's completely soft shoed.
Hmm.
So it's all quiet. Anyway, yeah, he glares at you the entire way as you leave.
How's he look with the eye? Does he?
Well, we did that.
You see the eye sort of like do like a spin and then it goes ping as it flashes. It's really cool. You can
Didn't he
he's
take
wearing
a picture?
shades, so you can see just one shade sort of light up for a second, like Terminator.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So now that that's over with,
Yeah, let's go to the train yard.
yeah, you show up at the train yards, which is almost completely staffed with heroes' men.
Okay. That's nice. Now we have a little friends.
Yeah, no, you're recognized pretty much. You're still given kind of a wide berth, though. You are recognized, but respected is still a little ways off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Could we do like a perception check to just like take a look around?
Yep, give me a double roll.
Double roll. Look at that, we're taking the
Um,
body out and everything.
What does the environment look like? Because if it's long range perception, I get a bonus.
Long range. It's like someone said. Imagine an exploded subway station.
That's long range ish.
Yeah, there's about 4 different tracks, but there's only one train.
All right, so here's Sierra, 5,
5, not.
and here's Puddles.
Puddles has a
3 plus 4. So yeah, no, we're not
7.
seeing much.
That's sorry. Wait. Yeah, that is 7.
Man, this
still
mask
fail.
isn't great for
You don't
Perception.
see anything. They're loading up the train. As you approach, Hero actually swings himself out of the front car and lands in front of you.
like a cool man.
Yeah. It's easy to forget, but here it's a little more obvious. He is just sort of a train boy. He's a train bandit. I'm glad you made it. We're about to set off. You have everything you need.
I believe so. What does this train look like? Like
It is there's
describe its length, specifically.
There are
also
3
everything else?
cars. Each of the cars are about 40 feet long.
Oh, so pretty big.
It is chunky. It
Chunky.
is, imagine the train form of an armored car.
Oh, okay. Does it look like the same model of the train we raided?
Yes, except a little more bruised, I'd say.
More used?
You can see a couple of bullet dents on the side.
I'm imagining the sort of like Solo, a Star Wars story
Train, yeah,
train.
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
A little bit beaten, a little bit used.
Okay, well, could you give us a, since these trains have been getting snatched, could you give us a couple pointers on what we're doing here?
Yes, so, right. Looks back to the train and thinks for a second, nods. Alright, second car, that's where you'll be. There's a big sliding, like, gunship door. It's open, people are filing on. You'll be here, I'll be in the front car, you can come here anytime you want. Rearmost, caboose, that's where we'll be storing all the cargo. And you see that one's already been sealed up tight. Doors and locks already on it. So if there's anything else you need, tell me now, we'll be pushing off soon.
How long is the ride?
Oh, about, looks up at a clock. Thinks for a second. With how fast we'll be going, only about 4 hours round.
Alright, and just so we know, have the other 2 trains, were those 2 stolen consecutively, or were they just in a bunch of, have they been just 2 out of a bunch of trains that were stolen?
I have 3
deleted?
trains, 2 of them are gone.
But they disappeared in immediate succession?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright, well, let's get started then.
Alright, if you're ready to go, I'm ready as I'll ever be.
I left my mech with Barman.
No,
you can say you got it.
You can bring it along.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, he knocks on one of the bars near the conductor's station, and the train, it does not squeal as a steam train would. The entire object rumbles and then
The whole thing
coughs.
buckles.
Yeah, it coughs and then I would say it roars. It is a giant diesel engine powered train.
Real high-end vehicle.
So, is there like a diesel punk conductor?
There is. In the front, you can see him literally just there's an open grate where the engine is, and he's just sort of staring at it.
That's rad.
Kneeling down, staring at it. Alright, file on. We have a train to catch.
You're, and who, before we depart, who do you need to introduce us to? Like, who are we working with?
He swings into the front car and taps the roof. Bunch of boys jump on into the middle car.
Boys.
They are sort of thug grade boys. They've got the overalls sort of look. They've all got the bowler hats on, but they are surprisingly well armed for thugs.
How many of them are there?
There are 5 other goons in the car with you.
Do they have names?
These are my boys. That's Tyler, Donnie. He just stares for a long second as he's looking at him. Ben? My name's Craig, actually. Ben.
Well, a little epithet erased reference for you there.
I don't care what that guy's named. They're a bit of new hires.
I don't care. I want to get to know them because then they'll like me if things go horribly wrong and won't personally blame me because people do that for some reason.
These guys kind of seem like
Yeah.
Sierra's kind of fellas. You
No,
know?
yeah,
She's
they
kind
are.
of the boy, so she's like, hey guys.
They file
hey,
on and
hey.
they start strapping themselves onto the there's a big rebar that runs along the roof of the train. They start strapping themselves to that. They attach that to their gear. You would know, Sierra, this is a train mechanic thing. When they need to work on the outside of the train, they have a winch that attaches to their sort of whole rig. and it will allow them to hang outside of the train while it's in motion and do repairs.
Could you give me those names just so I can write them down so I know them?
Tyler,
In case
Donnie,
they get hurt, you know?
Tyler, Donnie, Ben, and then...
God, I wish you remembered what the buff lady from Arc 2's name is. Otherwise, I'd request she be one of the...
Which lady?
She can be.
The lady in the
Do you remember what her name is?
I don't remember what her name is.
The cook lady?
The cook lady.
I liked her. She was cute.
No, not Lucretia. The buff one that was in the manager.
Headmistress.
Yeah, her.
Did she have a name?
I'm not sure she had
Well,
a
you
name.
tell you what. We can refer
like
to her by her
Donna.
last name instead of her first name. That way we can keep
she
her
could-
continuity.
You know what? Yeah, the doors close, the train rumbles forward, you start gaining some speed, and you're sort of talking to the guys back there, you sort of check their weapons. Yeah, you see her. She is still one-handed, big as ever.
I mean, the scene with the cooks, that was with Mary and Regalia, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So we wouldn't know her.
No, you don't know her. But you see, she doesn't... you can kind of tell she doesn't really vibe with the rest of these guys as much, with Tyler, Donnie, Ben, and one other unnamed guy. Who I mean, you can ask his name. So...
What is your name?
Hey, my name's Dave.
Oh, of course.
Classic D&D naming schemes. We have Puddles standing next to Dave.
My friends call me Spinner.
Spinner?
Spinner. That's I don't really want to share that story. We're not close enough yet.
I don't know if I want to hear it ever.
Honestly, you probably don't. But yeah, the headmistress, she's
They all have like real names and then cool names. Like Craig's real name is
Craig.
His cool name is just Ben.
Ben. Yeah, she's just sort of standing against one of the walls. Her weapon of choice is literally just it's called a pipe rifle. Basically, you take an anti-tank shell, you attach the handle of an anti-tank gun, but you just have a pipe barrel that's like 2 or 3 feet long. Imagine a sawn-off anti-tank gun.
Wow.
That's what she's holding. She's just sort of slowly opening the bolts and checking inside. And yeah, the others, you see, the others don't really. You don't think they know her.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the vibe you get. But yeah, she's sort of standing in a corner as the train rumbles on. So I mean, like, yeah, who do you want to talk to?
Yeah, right. I mean, Sierra wants to get to know the group of men that came
Yeah.
in. Like,
I think
that's
I
people.
think Puddles will walk up to the conductor, and if he's not, Puddles doesn't know how it works. So like if he can't talk while he's focusing, then Puddles will just stand there and survey the.
Alright, so you leave the second car and you're going into the first car.
Mhm.
You see, there's a small observation sort of window up top that Hieronymus is hanging onto.
Oh, he's with us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's going with us. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no,
thought
like
he
you walk
was-
into the front room and you actually see him. He pokes his head inside, waves at you, and grins and hangs back onto the outside of the train.
Puddles' eyebrows raise a little. I assumed you were going to be back managing. I didn't know you'd be coming with us.
Well, I mean, I lose most of my business if I lose this, so no sense not coming.
Yeah, I suppose so.
The conductor himself is actually, he's just kneeling on the floor, just head forward, staring at, you can actually see the engine moving through basically just like a window, but it's just open. He's just kneeling and just staring at it silently as it turns. It is loud. It is really loud.
Puddles bunches the hood against his ears.
So you're just sort of standing there.
He's doing the fucking emo kid thing where he's
Oh.
like,
Yeah, that. Yeah, you can see him. His eyes aren't closed. He's watching and apparently listening to the engine turn.
Puddles will hop up to the observation area, assuming there's enough room for 2 people.
Yeah, there's not. Oh yeah, you've been you've been in the wilds before. Have you ever been in the gray?
I would assume that's where he hunts Ratman.
So there's like
because he doesn't go under the city. He's got a. It's like if this
So-
is the city, he hunts the
So, like,
perimeter.
so this is like the wilds
Mhm.
where it's like people don't live anymore. This area sort of here is called the Gray. This is where a war happened, and so everything is dead.
Oh yeah. I always imagined that Puddles' family lived like where there is sun, like
Yeah.
near the outskirts, but like.
So like here, this
they
is where
probably
it's
have like an Ewok village made out of like crashed airships
yeah,
and shit.
stuff like here. But like there's a this is the path they're taking is down towards the mountains. There's nothing. Yeah, you hop outside and you can see one mountain in the distance, but other than that, it is a flat line for hundreds of miles
In
around
that case,
you.
if that's the tone of it, I'm gonna
Yeah.
change the music up a little bit.
You hop out of the train, you're immediately blasted by the airspeed, even through the, like, there's sort of like a visor. This is actually a gunship turret that has been welded to the side of the train. But you hop in and Ronald scoots on over, but you can look out the window. I think this might be one of the first times you've been able to see nothing. You can see the cloud cover overhead, and see there's the sun that's sort of peeking through at a low angle. There's sort of a reddish tint, but it looks like an ocean of still gray nothing for almost in every direction. Then there's the train tracks that stretch out ahead in sort of like a raised bridge. It is different.
Yeah. You know, if there was more of like a wooded area or really anything like rocks and mountains, I would have. It would make a lot more sense why these trains have been disappearing. But like, where even do you come from?
Yeah, that seems to be the main problem around here. I can't really figure how it's happening, so I thought I'd show up myself. It's really hard to get anywhere out here without this train. This is pretty much the only line that goes anywhere.
I say keep our eyes up. I'd bet on an airship if nothing else.
Well, that's actually not a bad idea now that you think about it. Guess I'll keep my eyes up.
How thick is that cloud cover?
It's
Could you not see an airship if there was one above?
rainy day. Probably not.
All right.
Also, can I retroactively say that we set up the whole signal thing from Sierra Suit to a steam shell?
Oh yeah. Did we already do that? Or?
Yeah, you do that. I'll just say you did that. It is a little bit weird because the sky out here is almost reflected down at the ground and vice versa. Looks like you're almost underwater. But it is, that's the weird ass, and you're traveling towards like a single mountain in the distance.
Well, how do we even pass time then? Like, there's not anywhere to really go.
Puddles ruffles becomes Puddles snuggles as he burrows himself into the side of a wall and then just like starts to doze off.
I think
Yeah.
Sierra's gonna go and try to have a pint with the boys.
Yeah, you actually you get along pretty well. They're some nice guys. I've already Tyler, Ben, Donnie, and Spinner.
Yeah.
They're pretty good dudes. You can tell they're a little bit uncomfortable here, but you can get along pretty well. They're sort of construction guys. And yeah, true to form, nothing happens for about an hour. Just open space, silence. From the front car, you hear a whistle scream over the sound of the engine and the tracks. It's an alert whistle from the front observation. Hieronymus, Puddles, you're the nearest to this. Hieronymus has pulled it, and you see him looking up into the clouds as you rocket forward.
Puddles will look up, see what's what.
He looks over you, then points against the glass. You look up. Give me a perception check.
That would be long range too, right?
Yep, long range. This is very long range, actually.
That is a 22.
22, yeah. You look up. For a second, doesn't kind of click what you're seeing.
Puddles struggles.
Yeah, Puddle struggles. because what you see is about 6 dots just sort of falling out of the clouds.
I don't like that.
Is it like
You
pink?
focus a little bit more, your eyes dilate, and you can kind of pick out.
He takes the mask off
Yeah.
so he can focus more.
And you do have. Oh yeah, is your? No, you don't have a scope on your musket.
No.
No, you don't have hunting scope. You just have hunting eyes.
Yeah.
You can pick out. You know what this is. They remind you of birds in the fact that they are falling forms. In sort of like a rough hexagonal sort of shape. They are falling out of the clouds and right towards and in front of you.
Well, while I'm usually not the type to jump the gun, given the nature of the situation, I would start shooting. Do you guys have any like long range weapons or?
Yeah, he just sort of leans over. Do you think you can hit that?
I can try.
Hey, can't Puddles just fly?
No.
No. Well,
He
also
can fall with style.
no, and yeah, because they're falling out of clouds, they're like a mile in the air. They're falling that fast and that far.
Yeah,
So-
no, I can't hit that until it gets much closer.
The front of the train is organized in a very, very tiny slit of it's about like a 3 inches wide with some glass. Very small front window of the train. You hear something over the sound of the train very quietly shatter, and as you look over, you see the conductor is now just sort of laying on the floor because there's a hole through the front of his face. The front windshield has been shattered, and the engineer's brain is now sprayed on the back of the train.
Well, when did that happen?
Just now.
Alright. Get out of sight of any of the windows. I'll be right back.
3 seconds later, you hear a boom.
Yeah. Puddles is going to hop down and dash into the car that these guys are in. That
Yeah,
I assume,
the middle car.
I assume doesn't have any windows, right? It's
No, it
like-
is. There's a door between cars, and then it's gunship doors. They are heavy.
Yeah, Puddles is going to dive into that room. Leave the door open for Hero to jump in if he wants to.
Alright guys. It's time. There's a sniper and some unidentified falling objects. We're not really sure what the situation is.
They all sort of look over at you and just, what?
Yeah, we were just playing cards. Man.
Yeah, no, they're just all at a table. The headmistress immediately just leans up and away from the wall, and you see her actually. She grabs a telescope and just sort of brushes past you towards the front car.
Yeah, watch the sniper. And he just lets
She
her go.
absolutely ignores you, just closes the door to the front car.
Alright.
And
I've just recalled, I actually do have a train theme, a train fight theme.
what is it? Oh yeah.
I will do that.
Yep, the thugs in the middle cars start clipping themselves to the top bar and priming their weapons. One of them looks towards the front. All right, I guess doing this now. Do they have an angle on us from the sides?
What is the where did the shot come from? Like, where is the glass shattered from?
It was almost dead center in front of the train.
I think they're in front of us actually.
He nods and he points at one of the guys, and they start. They walk over to the side of the train and crank a lever aside. Both of them actually grab onto that, and they heave, and they actually hit some resistance. The train isn't responding anymore. Probably because the conductor is dead.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
they both of them heave open the side door, and then the blast door, they clunk and sort of slide open with a momentum, and you're exposed to the outside of the train. They start racking weapons.
Sierra, try and get on the outside. You're the most armored of the group.
Oh yes, sir.
Oh yeah, what kind of weapons does Sierra have?
Well, the ones
So
in the
many.
inventory.
Oh yeah, you have your bolt gun. That's what
I
You don't
have
have
a
a lot
lot
of-
of heavy shit, but I don't really
you don't have a lot of ranged guns.
really accurate stuff.
Yeah, but do you fucking Transformers climb on the outside of it?
Well, yeah, obviously.
And like she has gravity boots, so she can
Yeah.
just hang on to
Yeah,
the side.
from like the first episode.
Yeah, so you climb your way out. You stand on the top.
I don't think that's a very good idea because I could get knocked off. So maybe I'll just hang on.
No, you
Well,
have
with
gravity
gravity
boots.
boots.
It's
you're
a
fine.
It's
Alright,
like the top of the
alright.
train is like a foot thick. It is a heavy fucking train.
Okay.
So
And
you
also,
are.
when I say you're the most armored, I mean that both in universe and out of universe. If you remember, at the end of the last arc, you got a fancy. Since you upgraded your suit with Gray's bits, it's now functionally a completely different character in terms of harm.
Yeah.
So long as you're in it, you will have a pretty good time.
Yeah. You. So with that in mind, do you take the top of the train?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you fucking swing yourself on top, winds blowing past. You are going fast. You might not have had an idea of how fast from the
How many
inside.
miles an hour?
You are breaching 140.
Oh shit!
You are going fast. It is single track, single direction.
Aw man, and we sure can't slow that down easily.
We should probably call like maybe Hero to try stopping it. Like,
I don't know
try
if
to
we-
pull the
There are no brakes on this combi fuck train.
Okay.
But you see the boys from inside, true to form, all 5 of them jump out of the sides with their retaining ropes that lock into place and start reeling. They are now standing on the sides of the train with their ropes holding them in.
Hey boys.
So,
Good boys.
dun, dun, dun. Five pairs of feet are now standing so completely horizontal out of the sides.
Puddles is going to run forward to the front of the train. And or you know what? Should we roll initiative?
You are not in quarters combat yet.
It's more of an action scene. All right.
Yes.
So Puddles runs into the front of the car.
Do give me a roll though.
Ah, I see. Fair enough.
Flat roll.
10. Barely a
Uh,
success.
Actually, that would technically be a failure.
No, you said it's 10. It's a 10 to like 14
Oh yeah,
is a partial
we divided
success.
it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, partial success. Oh yeah, you open the door. You reach for the handle. You pull it open, and then the door is blasted aside as something hits it,
Uh-oh.
and you're thrown off balance for a sec. But give me a roll again.
5.
That's a 5. You are thrown off balance, and then a hand reaches out and just grabs your face,
Oh.
pulls you into the front of the car. The headmistress is standing, sort of pressed against the wall. She sets you down beside her. Bird does not know his place.
I feel like Puddles would be pretty useful up on the top with me.
He's a bird, though.
Yeah, I was thinking.
He's like a 90-pound bird.
I have an idea here. If I have a grappling hook, I could tie him up on it, or he can grab onto it
Like a kite?
like a kite, bird kite. Since he
That's
can
actually,
fly.
you can spread your wings and kite.
My
And shoot
plan
at
was to
things.
get to the front to use my perception to basically be a spotter for you guys.
But yeah, no, you see
yeah.
the headmistress racks the bolt and the big ass shell flies out, loads another one. Yet again, bullet hits the floor, goes ting ting. Then you hear the delayed shot from the distance. It is loud and it is surprisingly accurate. It is straight through like the 3-inch gap.
Puddles is gonna, when the sound goes off, Puddles is going to percept in that direction, see if you can spot anything.
Okay, that's cool. You peek, you're leaning out and you're.
My roll is, oh, that's a weird catch. It's either a 3 or a 17. Should I just reroll it?
No, I'm gonna say we counted that whatever's facing the outside was the number, so 17.
Alright, so that is a 18 in total.
As an 18, you turn and look out the front, and you see they are at like halfway to the horizon now. They're falling, and you see one of them is sort of more stable than the rest, facing you. The rest of them are sort of floating around as they're falling, but one is sort of keeping position.
And how many are there?
There are 6 in total. Let me write that down quick. So there's 6 that are falling, and one is facing the front.
Alright. Puddles thinks about something for a second, then immediately dismisses it because he thinks it would be ridiculous. We'll get back to that later.
Hold on, no. I want you to tell me what you thought.
I'll tell you if I'm right.
No, because you might not be right.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, fine.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
you see one, and you have a lock on the one that's you can reasonably assume the one that's shooting at you.
Alright, What can I use at this range, even?
I mean, you see the headmistress rack another shell. She has actually attached what looks like a telescope to the top of her pipe gun.
Alright, well, Puddles will use this high perception to basically try and spot for her if no one else.
So you
And
just
maybe
go
everyone can...
there.
Yeah.
What does bird see?
6 falling figures. One of them is a little bit more stabilized than the rest. I think he's the sniper, or she, or they, or it. I don't know. We could be dealing with bird people.
Headmistress just stares at you for a long second.
What?
Direction from ground. Left to right.
Up? I don't know.
She raises it, takes a breath, and then turns towards the window. And give me a roll plus second.
Plus a d6. That is a 13 in total.
And give me a roll plus 3. A roll tier 3.
Oh, level 3, so. Plus 8 is 17 plus 6. It's very high.
Higher. Yeah. So you see, she turns, she levels up, and the telescope is shattered. Just absolutely explodes. She ducks back down and bats at her face. Bird is no help!
Alright, you know what? I will be help real quick. Puddles is going to run and try and like find a crate or anything and basically put it in place of where the glass was to try and make a
blind?
Like if she's shooting out the side, we might as well put
No,
something...
she's shooting back through the same hole.
Puddles is going to be like, alright, shoot out the left or the right side from now on. I'm gonna put something in the middle so we don't get asses blasted.
Yeah, she rubs her face. There's some glass shards hanging into her forehead, but she shakes it off and looks up at Hero.
Yeah, what's he been up to?
You see him. He is hanging out of the side of the train, and he has a. He's holding a fucking shotgun. He's just hanging out of the side of the observation booth, looking up, keeping tabs on him. Big man, change places. What? She reaches up and drags him out of the booth, clambers up into it. So you push something in front of the window.
Yeah.
Right. Give me an old roll. Plus nothing.
17.
17. Give me a roll plus 3.
Plus...
A tier 3. I'm just gonna refer to them by tier.
So that is an 8.
Yeah, you push this thing in front of the visor slit, and you hear something boom into the side of it, but it is still in place. Yeah, Headmistress now, without a scope, is just sort of looking down some iron sights.
Shouldn't we just lock down and wait for them to get closer? I feel like we're exposing ourselves here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. But you see a round hit the ballistic glass of the turret shell. You actually see it embedded in there.
Puddles is actually going to hop up and peer at it, at the bullet.
At the bullet? Okay. Ooh, alright. I didn't actually expect that. But, you look at it. It is a silver-cased, long caliber. Do you know anything about guns as Puddles?
Puddles knows any gun that was used in the Gap War.
Oh, okay. Then you would know this is an old, very, very high-grade weapon. It is a long caliber, meaning the bullet itself is this long, and there's a casing that goes around it. Basically, you don't use these unless you're trying to shoot a mile, because anything else, it's going to tear right through and bounce. But yeah, it's just...
And the material the bullet is made of, is that familiar to Puddles at all?
Silver cased. This bullet is worth $30.
Puddles makes a mental note of that.
Yeah, this bullet itself, and they're just firing them at you.
So, alright. So, these bullets are pretty expensive. And also, they seem to know what they're doing. Like, they clearly bought the right weapons for the job, and they're talented given where they're falling.
Hitting you from like a mile off through a 3-inch gap.
You know, that
Clearly, whoever we're fighting knows what they're doing and has a lot of funding.
That might be a good bullet to buy later.
Yeah, you see the headmistress hook a leg around the seat and just lean out of the side. They shoot well. Let's see how well they get shot. She is just sort of hanging out of the side. You actually hear something goes really quick, and then you hear another gunshot echo. She pulls the trigger. Just give me a D4 roll.
Just a D4?
Just a D4 roll.
4.
You are temporarily deafened. She pulls the trigger, and you actually see it looks like a cannon goes off. There's backflash, and there is a huge amount of muzzle flash as she fires this round. And you can see up. A few seconds later, you see, and that person who was firing at you is blown off course as basically a flak shell was launched at them. You see Headmistress laugh and leans back in. That is all we have to worry about for now. What does Bird think now?
I say we retreat into the main car and wait for them to approach us. I think we have better odds at melee than at long range.
She frowns but shrugs and folds back inside.
Hero, what do you think?
This
is your op.
Hero is looking down at the conductor. He's just been sort of staring at them for a second and nods and gestures back to the door.
Alright, what has Sierra and the boys been doing this whole time?
Did we get anybody?
Oh yeah, you're standing on the sides. I mean, do you have the range? They are real far off.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, does any of the men have a range?
A couple of them have taken a couple shots, but they haven't hit
Double
anything.
pot shots.
Alright.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll like 3 times. If you get a nat 20, maybe you'll like, might as well fish for a 20. We get 3, a 2, 11.
Yeah.
All right.
A couple
Yeah.
took a couple pot shots,
I mean, that's the best we can do. Let's go back in for another pint.
but no, I mean, nah, we're good out here. Rather be out here where I can see something.
I mean, that's not
If we can see them, they can see us.
Yes, that's the problem.
I can't shoot them if I can't see them.
But you can't shoot them at this range. I'm saying get in until they get closer.
They're about to be. I mean, you're going forward and they're falling. You're about to
All right. I
meet.
mean, if we're about to get to their
Well, I mean,
range,
like, at this point, you've seen they're on a trajectory to intercept. So you're getting closer as they're getting closer to you. So
they're getting lower.
So they're
yeah.
just sort of hunkering down on the side of the train.
All right.
Oh yeah, as you enter the car to the second room, Hero actually stops you and he closes the door to the second car. So something's wrong. Immediately, I mean,
Obviously.
they shouldn't know we're here. They're perfectly in line and they are perfectly in time. This shouldn't happen.
You think there's someone on the inside feeding them information
Yeah,
about how
no,
your train route?
You looked back to the second car. Somebody cracked. Someone had to. There's no way they could have intercepted us this cleanly without that. So keep that in mind and.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on
No,
everyone. Though I doubt whoever set us up is on the train. That'd be stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because all those boys are new. They just got on today, so it couldn't be them.
Or
He did fresh hire them.
yeah.
Yeah, he opens the second door and he primes his lever action.
Yep. Puddles prepares his musket.
So yeah, you're locked in the second car now, sort of waiting as the boys on the side are keeping tabs.
I think how we could prepare for this better. Do we
Uh,
have?
Oh, you know what, Sierra? I have an idea.
Oh, so you look out over the
Yeah,
side.
he pokes us out.
Hey, you still have those grenades, right?
do I?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Why
no,
don't
no.
you-
This is like
why
the longest running Harbinger meme.
Why don't you but why can't I remember you saying like, but I want to blow up a train. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
Well, now you get to.
Hey guys, can you please not blow up my train?
We aren't gonna blow
Don't
up
worry
your
about
train.
it. Puddles is gonna say, overarm one of those bad boys at them as they make impact, like as they're getting closer. You can't exactly dodge a grenade, especially if you're falling.
Can I see the rest of my inventory?
Yeah, sure. You have 2 left, I believe.
2 grenades.
Yeah. 2 grenade.
As you say that, actually, you hear a couple pops in the distance, and things start impacting the outside of the train. You hear a couple, Boys on the outside are sort of shaken awake, and they start returning fire. Give me a group +1 and a group +2.
+1 is a total of 16. +2 is a total of 7.
Nice! Okay, so the boys on the side of the train, apparently they know what they're doing. They hunker down. They both, from both sides, they let off a belt of gunfire. And you see, actually, 2 of the falling figures get knocked out of sync, and they start spiraling off.
Can I percept again to see what these people look like?
Now that they're a little bit close, I mean, do you want to stick your head outside? You're gonna take an attack if you do.
Can Sierra?
Sierra.
Yep.
Can you do a
Oh yeah,
perceptive?
you're up here. You actually feel a couple of the bullets just hit your armor. So you're staring dead on. Give me a roll for
All right.
12.
dead perception. That is a success. They are humanoid,
Okay.
and you can tell they are falling in formation. They're not free falling. They are like professional skydivers.
Okay.
They're controlling their dive towards you. A couple of them are. Oh yeah, and they're not using rifles. You actually see as they fire, the muzzle flashes are coming like from an extended arm. You can't see any visible guns.
Do I recognize that since I'm
I wouldn't think
familiar with
this is
mech?
extremely advanced tech.
Yeah.
So nothing we've ever seen before.
Checks
No,
out.
you haven't seen so they're flying towards you, and you see this, and then muzzle flash, pop. So they are falling continually closer. They are trading gunfire. Boys on the side, most of them pile in.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm gonna close all the doors if you don't mind. I'm gonna give us some time to regroup, come up with a game plan.
Yeah. You actually see, 4 of them have come inside.
Okay.
The 5th rope is just sort of still hanging outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
Puddles like
You chop it
hangs
off.
out.
There is nothing on the end of that rope.
Whoops. All right.
There's nothing onto that wire. Yeah, it is just empty, just flapping in the wind.
Puddles is going to nod at the headmistress to grab one door and Sierra to get the other.
Yeah, headmistress
Strong girls.
braces against it and just because you have to pull against the momentum to get it to close too. So the boys also start helping her brace against that to close the doors. It's slow, but you do it. You are now locked inside a high-speed tank, basically, hurtling towards somewhere you can't see.